ours might even have a higher quality than theirs, but then their products are really on the low. They're able to sell it at a lower price, and mainly because they have certain incentives. But it's quite difficult here for us. So we are hoping that certain taxes can be taken off, and also utilities. When it comes to utilities, it's also quite high. And then the exchange rate is really affecting us. So we are hoping that the budget to be in such a way that it will help SMEs to really upskill and be able to survive in the system when it comes, especially taking off some taxes. And then the COVID tax too is really affecting us. And I'm not the only person. I actually started with my other colleagues who are also SMEs, other entrepreneurs, and this is something that we are all complaining about. And yes, if there's something that can be done to help with the bank rate, because you get to a point you feel like, oh, I'm really growing, there is demand, but then you go to the bank and the rate they are offering you is also quite exorbitant. It's quite high. So you put one and one together and you realize that this is really going to affect the business. So on the whole, we are hoping that we have some tax relief, and if it's also possible to even exempt SMEs from taxes for some time, a couple of years, because we do it for foreigners. So if it's something they can do for SMEs, so that we can also stand and be able to grow and employ more people in our businesses. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Anne, for your thoughts there. We believe that the finance minister and his people are listening. Now we're going to pick a soundbite from WA about Ghanaians there, what they are also expecting from the 2022 budget. So let's pick that soundbite.
The Minister of Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, will tomorrow present the budget for the 2022. GBC News is at the market and the lorry station to find out the expectations of the people on the budget.
We're supposed to reduce the tax, so that if we buy the thing low, then those people too, they will come to buy with us. The price it will be down, the market will move. If not that, it will be easy for us.
As for we, the transport operators, what we're going to hear in tomorrow's budget is for the government to reduce the fuel, so that we can be in the business.
I want to hear many things concerning our business, especially the taxes. Now, if you are buying something from Dubai or China, the taxes are high. Secondly, the foreigners invasion. You know, you see Igbo people, Zabana people directly doing petty businesses we are doing.
We want the budget to talk about the cost of transportation. The prices of the things, it increases day by day. And the customers, they don't agree to that. When they come, you have to talk a lot. People are even afraid sometimes to come to the market to buy things. And when they come, they'll think that you are cheating on them or whatsoever. So the transportation.
The government could reduce fuel. The
expectations on the budget.
Welcome back. Also on the line is ZYZ, that is David Arthur, a shoemaker. He manufactures shoe in Accra here at Asalam Down. He also has some thought to share with us about the budget. David, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
ZYZ.
Yes, sir.
Great. Now, Z, you are into manufacturing of shoes. What are you expecting to be done to ease pressure on your business in times of this COVID?
Well, as an entrepreneur, we are just expecting the budget to just limit some of the taxes that we are paying. At least we want some friendly policies to reduce the cost of doing business in Ghana. You see it? Because I've heard that the highlight of the economy will build on skills development, on 3 bullet points: 3 skills development, entrepreneurship, and digitalization. You see, on skills development, what I would like to do, the government to do, is to partner the old companies so that they can mentor the up and coming youth. And then also the entrepreneurship aspect, as the finance minister said before. I think most of the students who are coming up should be counseled to have to develop that entrepreneurship skills for the parents. You see, and then also we don't want the government to introduce new taxes because of the effect of the COVID. Still, we are now struggling to come up. So I give thanks for the digitization of the tax system. So since that one will rope in more people, we are not expecting the government to increase any taxes to at least worry most of the SMEs. So basically, this is my view on my expectation of the budget.
I see. You earlier alluded that COVID has affected businesses, and government too has been affected. So if you are calling for taxes not to be new taxes to be introduced, how do we get? Where does government get the needed revenue to be able to also help improve skills development and digitalization of the economy?
So what I'm saying is that the patient that has come has widened the tax net. So that means government will be getting more money, because with the digitalization, I think what I have personally seen is that most of people who were not paying taxes have now been captured in. So most people will be paying taxes now. You see, unlike before the digitalization. You see, so I believe since this one is capturing more people, government will be getting more revenue from that. So that is why I'm saying that we are not expecting government to increase taxes, because now we now getting back on our feet from the effect of the COVID.
Yes. Again, you talked about the skills development, and you were talking about bringing together old companies and new ones to be able to upscale and then employ more youth. Explain further about what you are trying to say.
Yeah. Now, you see, now unemployment is on the rise because our skills development institutions are not strong enough. You see, the skills development, because some of the companies, like my company, at least what we want the government to do is to use them as facilitators. We have to be strengthened. We have to be resourced so that we can rope in more of the graduates and the unemployed so that they can acquire skills. You see, acquiring skills, and then with our experience in entrepreneurship, they will be also getting the entrepreneurship spirit so that at least whatever they want to do, at least they can kick-start it.
Apart from taxes, in terms of utilities, how are you affected by the price of utilities, and what would you expect government to do?
Yeah, price of utilities has also gone up. Price of utilities, because now if we have now we are experiencing a bit of doomso, and then buying this fuel to power our generators. You see, has added to the cost of doing business. You see, so that's why we're saying that the government should look at other areas to rope in more people into the tax system instead of increasing taxes to burden already struggling companies.
ZYZ,
yes, sir.
For sharing your thought with us. Now we're going to talk to Akuya, who is also into production of cereals, also an SME operator. Akuya, you're welcome. It seems to be having a challenge with Akuya there. But so far, we've talked to Ansafo and then David Arthur, known as ZYZ, and they've been asking government not to increase new taxes, but rather to use the digitalization platform to ensure that through the digitalization, they will be able to rope in more, because once a lot of people come onto the system, they'll be able to get in a lot of revenue, so that they don't put much pressure on the SMEs that are already struggling due to COVID-19. Some are also calling for a reduction in petroleum prices, and then more importantly about cost of credit. At the bank at the moment, a policy rate is 13.5%. So they're expecting that something should be done, but that can only be done when the Bank of Ghana meets, finished the Monetary Policy Committee finished meeting this week, and they announced their policy rates, whether they're going to scale it down or going to remain at 30.5%. Akuya, I hope you are back online. Hello?
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, Akuya. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Great. Now, you are into cereal production. How would you describe business so far, and what has been the challenges you've been facing?
Business hasn't been so bad, but our main challenge has been the prices of commodities being increased, and I believe it's now a major outcry. The rate at which things are being increased on the market is very alarming. We just hope that the government can do something about it for us. And I believe and pray that the government will address this for us, especially for SMEs, because first of all, our money aren't that much to be able to sustain the business for long. And aside that, we also hope that government also make provisions for finances, that is for SMEs, and also subsidize the repayment. Yeah. So aside that being a problem, this is also our request to the government.
Great. You're talking about the commodity prices to be that is increasing, but yes, it looks as if it's not only Ghana; it's a worldwide phenomenon.
Yes. If you are home, you have to talk about your home, and we are all humans. First of all, we are using money to buy. So I believe that it's been a worldwide outcry. We also have to think about us. I mean, food is very expensive, and to be honest with you, the rate at which it is increased, it is no joke. You go to the market today, the next day you go, and price has been increased for as much as 200 Ghana cedis for a bag of beans.
Wow.
So I just pray and hope that the government addresses.
So what was the price of a bag of beans when the year started, and where is it now?
When the year started, price of beans was going for 450 Ghana cedis. That is for Lagos.
Is it for 50 kilogram or for 25 kg?
For the ones on the market, it is more than 50 kilos.
Oh, okay.
Usually they have a way of measuring it and how big it is. But for a bag of Lagos, which is being sold on the market, it was being sold for 450 cedis. As talking to you, it is going for 850 Ghana cedis.
Wow.